Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Natives in America podcast with me, Ben, and my buddy Sky. Here we go. This is episode 6. This is our coffee episode, which I think we really enjoyed recording it, but I'm sorry to announce, this is the episode I kept talking about. This is one of the episodes that cut off. So we talked for a good hour, which I think is more than enough content for you guys, because I think a continuous comment that we keep getting is, hey, it's really long. It's like, hey, that's okay. Come back. Listen to it again. Finish it up. Spread it out if you have to. But we did this episode, and damn, I think we were really rocking it this time. Like, we were having a good time, and the damn thing cut off. I think this time what it was the data. The last time it cut off, and unfortunately I think it might have even been the last episode. The last time it cut off, the batteries died. It looked like I had enough, like we had used only a certain amount of battery power. I no longer use batteries now because of that. So we learned from that issue. And then this episode, it cut off, and I think what it was memory, which I think our entire first half of this season we were recording using WAV file formats, and the problem with that is that uses huge amounts of data, and the chip I had a very limited amount of data, at least for WAV file. So we were recording in WAV file, and it was just chewing up all this data, taking up all the storage, and I didn't recognize it until halfway. Until this episode. And this episode, we're talking like, I think mid-sentence, it just cuts off, and I didn't notice. We just kept recording. I think we kept having our conversation. I don't know how much longer than an hour we talked, but I remember at some point, I just looked down, and I was just like, oh, holy fuck, this thing hasn't been recording. Like, damn it, we were getting good stuff. So, this is a good episode. The only reason I put it up was because I listened to parts of it, and I remember it was a good conversation. Like, we brought up good stories. We enjoyed making it, as always with most of these episodes. It's like, fuck yeah, we're having a good conversation. And unfortunately, this one cut it off in half. So I almost scrapped the whole episode, but it's like, guys, this is going to happen. Like I said, the battery thing, I don't use batteries anymore. I use direct power. I use frickin' this, actually I've been using a portable battery source. Like, you just charge it up and it runs out, which is kind of sweet. Like, I can now do it wherever the hell we're standing and not even need an outlet. So, no longer using batteries. And we're no longer recording in WAV, because WAV eats up data like crazy. And this is just growing pains, guys. So I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Like, you guys have actually been following every episode. I love that. I want to keep putting out this content. I almost scrapped this episode, but it's like, hey, growing pains. I'm sorry, guys, but it was still fun recording this, and it seems like we're having a good time recording it at the same time. So I still want to share it. I still want you guys to hear the conversation, even though an hour in, be prepared to be disappointed it's over. Like, maybe you won't even be disappointed, but, whatever. This is it. This is episode 6. It's the coffee episode. When we begin, it sounds like we're talking mid-sentence, but we do cover it. It's like, it's always a debate when Sky calls me. Like, I enjoy talking to him whether there's a recording going on or not. So there's always this little bit of debate between us when he calls. We're talking, and it's like, hey, you want to hit that red button? And sometimes we'll be covering something really good, and we're not even recording it. I'm just like, hey, man, before you go any further, let's hit this red button. So mid-sentence beginning, mid-sentence ending. So please bear with us. This is another growing pains type of deal, but I think this is still a really good episode. So please enjoy. And more props to Ronnie James, the photo of the turtle, the Gumskut. Wait, is that right? Gumskut. Yeah. Okay. We got this turtle going on, and I know a turtle has nothing to do with coffee, but I was thinking, all right, how the hell did Ronnie James get this photo? Like, was he just laying out in the desert and happened upon a tortoise? Was he, at the Desert Museum taking photos? Like, I don't know. He didn't explain this photo, but I just kind of felt like we were being silly talking about coffee, and this turtle makes me smile. Like, I feel silly looking at the turtle. So I was like, I try to mix up the photos that Ronnie James sends me so that they're kind of a big mix as we go through them, and I think this turtle is as far as you can get from the last picture, which I think was a shot of the highway, the Indian Route 19. So thanks again for tuning in, guys. This is a Growing Pains episode, so I apologize for that. Ronnie James did the photo. You can reach him on Instagram at Ronnie James Photography. And I think it's at Ronnie James as well on Instagram. This is Sky's brother, the photographer, artist. Really gets a good eye. I love all his photos. This is a good one. And again, me and Sky have these conversations, and like, what I'm starting to realize is we'll be talking on the phone, and I'm just like, damn it, I wish we could record this right now, because it's like it's always a battle between, all right, let's produce an episode, and I just want to enjoy my friend on the phone. Like, this is, I think that's why we've worked out so well so far. Is I enjoy talking with Sky all the time on the phone. Like, I enjoy our conversations. Like, he's an intelligent guy, I'm an intelligent guy. Like, we have interesting conversations. We're both a little weird, so I think that's why this is working out so far. So thanks again for tuning in, guys. This is episode 6 of Natives in America podcast. I'm your host, Ben, and Sky is always with me, my co-host, and I just hope you guys enjoy the episode, and thanks for tuning in. If you guys haven't already, click follow us, tune in. I think they call it subscribing. Subscribe to us, and click the notifications so that every time I release an episode, you guys can get you get first dibs here to listen to it. So thanks for your support. The only thing I'd really like to encourage you guys to do is come to the website. It's not big and bustling yet, but if you guys want to throw some comments down, if you want to tell Sky what you think, if you want to tell me, you can definitely find us both on Facebook and I think Instagram. Sky's Instagram, I think, is at Stories from My Stomach. Mine is Certifiable Ben. And I think you can find us both by our full names, Benjamin Juan and Sky Anton on Facebook. So feel free to comment, give us some feedback. If there's something you don't like, let us know. If there's something you really enjoy, let us know. Like that. I think we can only improve from here. And like I said, we're still in the growing phases. Pain. This is a learning experience, and the more feedback we get, the better we're going to get at this. And as long as we keep coming back and hitting it, and doing these episodes and doing them again and again, like, I think there's still one more episode, maybe 2, where there was a problem, and we talked about it. We might even have to scrap a couple episodes because of the problem was so big. Like, we have one coming up with Linus Yellow Horse, and I completely mic'd it wrong, so it came to the point where you could hear them, Sky and Linus, really well, and then you can't even hear a single thing I'm saying. So we might have to scrap that whole episode and just do another one with Linus. But anyway, I'll say it one more time. Thanks for tuning in. Please enjoy the episode. I'm really sorry. This is a Growing Pains episode for sure. But, stick with us. And we only got better. We're still getting better. Like, this has been really fun for me. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Episode 6, coffee.
Hit that motherfucker.
Hit that damn note, man. Hit the button. Pull the trigger.
It's like, say it with your chest.
Say it with your chest out.
Straighten up, man.
Yeah.
Say it with your chest.
So you're saying they're back around, these coffee makers?
They came out yesterday and today.
Uh-huh.
And they got Instagram where they like, hey, we're gonna be on sales this day.
Oh, no shit.
So I've been kind of like, it's like they're not there all the time, so it's like, hey, they're gonna be here today, so.
Little treat.
Yeah, but anywho, the reason why I'm telling you this is because, I mean, they gotten to know me a little. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's probably people they remember all the time, but
yeah.
I went there today with kiddo, and they hooked it up with the free drink. And you know, it was pretty cool because it was kind of like, you know, you've been,
yeah. Hey, here, have a
coffee.
coffee.
You know, this is on the house kind of type, you know, like the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. On the house, like
shit,
you got it like that.
Yeah. Didn't know you got it like that, man.
Yeah. So sometimes you do get free stuff.
Huh. Well, that's kudos on their part. I like them now, and I don't even know them.
Nah, they're awesome.
Huh.
Yeah, they got some. They got coffee drinks, but then they got like some Red Bull.
Do you remember their company name?
Yeah, they're Coffee Bean Bear. Hold on, man. Let me.
Here, I'm gonna Google it as you bring it up here.
Go on their Instagram.
Shit, I'm gonna have to. That's on my phone. I'm gonna have to download Coffee Bean Bear.
Wait, no, hold on. Let me. Cause I get that mixed up a lot.
Alrighty.
So yeah, so
you kind of turn this into a thing when they come down. You go see them with your niece.
Yeah.
That's that repeat business they're probably hoping for, brother. So it's good looking out for the little guy.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying about coffee. Like, coffee, you know, it's like a bar for sober people.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree.
Only because you can use it as a way to like talk to somebody, or you know, I have what they're having type of type of vibe.
Do you have a favorite drink that they put out?
Yeah, they have it's called Italiano.
Italiano?
Yeah. They call it Bear Bean Coffee. Bear Beans Coffee.
Bear? Oh, you mean like? Okay, I thought you meant spelling like a bear. You're saying like it's natural? Bear?
No, like a bear. A bear. Actual bear.
Okay, I'm gonna go back on this. Bear Beans with an S?
So it's bear.beans.coffee.
Bear.beans.coffee. Hopefully I spell it right this time.
Yeah, but they also got some pretty cool. I think it's called a Midnight. It's pretty much like cowboy coffee, pretty strong, but I drank one.
What does their logo look like? A bear with a bean on its chest?
No, it's just like the head of a bear, and then there's like two bear claws. I mean, they just started out, so I don't know if you're like looking on Google or whatever, but they do got an Instagram.
Alright, well, I'm gonna have to look them up later. Then I was hoping to send them a shout out. It says they're I'm looking at their website. There's an Instagram.
Oh, they're on Facebook too, but I don't have a Facebook, so.
This says Wix.
What?
That can't be right. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Hold it. I'm gonna send you a message on Instagram.
Okay.
And
you're gonna share them with me, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. All right.
Yeah, so that was today. That was probably about the exciting part of my day.
Shit, sounds good to me. Especially get to spend some time with the little homegirl, your niece.
Oh well, I didn't get to spend time with her today because she went back to Glendale.
Oh.
And it was like during the work week. That was actually another kid I know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah, my niece, she liked mocha caramel frap. Man, it's like, but they didn't put no espresso. But it was still good. You know, they were.
No, that sounds good.
It wasn't like we weren't trying to get her coffeeed out, but
yeah, right. An addict for life, right there.
So yeah, so
that sounds like that's probably something I would order right there. You know, I think the hardest coffee I ever had was the I want to say it's Turkish. And it was like a shot, and it was super freaking hard. They gave me like a little metal glass, little metal shot glass, and I just sat there and sipped it, and it was like real dark.
Yeah, see, I think that's like, I like coffee, but it feels like I'm not fully educated when it comes to, I guess, how a real coffee can get broken down, you know?
Yeah, by people who really like coffee.
Yeah, or like snobs. Like, I'm not a coffee snob. I'm more of a coffee, like, more in the folklore, like, seeing how it impacts the, like, you know, like, I started drinking coffee when I started working, like, full-time job, you know, like, when I first graduated.
When you put on your big boy pants.
Yeah, for real. Like when I graduated and I had my first, like, my own office, and
yes,
and that's when I didn't realize how much like I fucking need fucking coffee, you know, just to just, you know, give me that big oomph.
Yeah.
And so, like, you know, I finally understood what the big fuss was about until like, you know, getting in that stage where, like, stay up all late and when you gotta get up and do an 8 to 5. Or,
yeah.
You know, it was an adjustment. So coffee helps, you know.
Yeah.
But it was also the camaraderie with, like, other coffee drinkers, and
yeah,
you know, kind of even getting the, you know, that was a good brew you did, you know. You know, a lot of times it's, you know, this ain't shit, you know, or this is wheat, you know.
Yeah.
So to get that, hey, like, you did a good job today, it was sort of, you know, I still look for that, you know.
Huh. Yeah. When I worked for the casino way back when, they started everybody off with the graveyard shift. And it was my first graveyard shift ever, like, of my life. I always did, like, the 8 to 5, 9 to 5, 7 to 5, 6 to 5. And, man, that was killer in the beginning. Like, I would just I'd just be out of it, you know? Be passing out, nodding off at work. And, they had, like, the work break room, they actually had, like, a cappuccino machine in there. And it had, like, 3 flavors. Like, one that was, like, crazy too sweet. One that was like hot cocoa, and another one that was So I think I kept getting like French vanilla or something like that.
Yeah.
And they also had a straight up coffee too. So I would go in there and I started drinking that in the middle of the night, and Dan would help me get like over that hump where I just wanted to pass the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like I think I would start at like 9 o'clock, and I'd be getting out at like 6 in the morning. The sun be coming up, and, you know, I'd be like, oh, fuck, I gotta go. And then I'd be like, oh, fuck, I gotta go. And then I'd be like, oh, fuck, I gotta go. And then I'd be like, oh, fuck, I gotta go. And then I'd be like, oh, fuck, I gotta go. And then I'd be like, oh, fuck, I gotta go. And then I'd be like, oh, fuck, I gotta go. And then I'd be like, oh, fuck, I gotta go. And then I'd be like, oh, fuck, I gotta go. And then I'd be like, oh, fuck, I gotta go. And then I'd be like, oh, fuck, I gotta go. And then I'd be like, oh, fuck, I gotta go. And then I'd be like, oh, fuck, I gotta go. And then I'd be like, oh, fuck, I gotta go. And then I'd be like, oh, fuck, I gotta go. And then I'd be like, oh, fuck, I gotta go. And then I'd be like, oh, fuck, I gotta go. And then I'd be like, oh, fuck, I gotta go. And then I'd be like, oh, fuck, I gotta go. And then I'd be like, oh, fuck, I go
A lot of times I didn't make it that long without that coffee. But it was nice. Like, it was real nice.
Yeah.
That's when I guess why I brought it up was that was when I first started drinking coffee. And again, it was associated with the job.
Yeah. It's like, I remember my first beer.
Yeah.
No, check this out. So, when I think you don't need coffee until you're in the, like, when you get to your mid-20s, you know, where you...
Yeah.
your
young body and your young metabolism and just...
Maybe I'm just talking about myself,
yeah.
but, like, when I graduated high school, and I went to, I moved to Tempe, and, like, Starbucks was, like, popping, but it wasn't, like, it's still, like, it's more popping now than it was back then, I feel like it, but it was still a thing.
Yeah.
And it was almost like a hip thing in a weird way.
And
I think because, you know, I didn't get it, and maybe it was, I'm not to say I didn't understand it, but it was like, I didn't buy it. I was broke when I moved out there, so I was like, you know, I couldn't spend a lot of money on fucking coffee, but I kind of like dissed it because, you know, everybody will be walking around with their cups and their green straws and their little name on there, and it was almost kind of, I don't know, I guess I made it seem more snobbish, and I don't know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like full circle, you know, kind of living and working, and I actually got to go back to Tempe, like, I had to have been like 10 years later, maybe.
Damn. How was that like?
And it was like, I felt hypocrite, like, because you know, when I got there, I was, where's the Starbucks, you know? and it was like, I don't know, like, I remember when I thought this was, like, lame, and you know, I'm just a part of the cult now, you know, it was just sort of...
They got you, man. They fucking got you.
It was a little odd, but
you're drinking the like, Kool-Aid, man.
But I understood it to where I'm like, nah, I get it. You know, I wasn't on the move at the time. I don't know. Like, yeah. I mean, Starbucks is very expensive, and but also very hit in the sense that, you know, it's like I said, you can use it as a way to communicate or even interact with people.
I think our I just realized I think our topic of the day is coffee.
It's like, yeah, all right, well, let's put on a pot and let's get it
going. So way back when, shout out to my homeboy. Oh shit! I guess he's not my homeboy. I can't remember his name. Damn. It's been that long that I can't even think of his name. I'm gonna have to break out my my freaking Instagram account. Well, anyway, I used to like stay up all freaking night and play the game. Like, we'd be playing Resident Evil 5 on the PlayStation 3, and my buddy, he's like a young native dude, really cool native dude. He's an artist, and Victor is his name. Young Victor, long black hair, little skinny dude. He's just real active. He's younger. That's why he's so goddamn active. And he was a fantastic artist. So anyway, I always liked him. He was from the res. Like, I was living in a different kind of area down in Ajo, and I was living at the Curly School, and he would come over and we kick it. I always tell him, why don't we hang out, man? Why don't you come over? And at the time I was doing a lot of drinking, and I was used to thinking like, damn, like, this guy don't drink, but I still want to hang out with him. I still want to kick it with him. So what we started doing was we'd be up playing the game, and I'd be fucking brewing pots of coffee. And we'd just be chilling there, and like I just say, you want some more coffee? Yeah. We had like, you know, creamer, sugar, all that shit. We were like, we'd pause, like we'd get our asses kicked on the game, and then we'd step back for a second, and you know, talk over a cup of coffee, and then we get back at it. And the whole time I had basically replaced beer with coffee, and like I was able to interact with somebody like on a cool level where it wasn't with alcohol, you know. It was like, this guy's cool, he doesn't drink, I could drink something that he likes to drink, and it wound up working out. Like sometimes we get burned out on the coffee and go to tea, you know, like another caffeine infused drink there, you know. Yeah, like we'd be up all fucking night just playing the game and like having a good time, like talking shit, like trying to accomplish the mission. And we were just hyped up on coffee, and it was like regular, I don't know, like Folgers or something, but it was fun, and it was like coffee was like the key to that. It was pretty cool.
Like, do you make coffee now?
It's kind of rare. Whenever I go down to the res, like I was there this past weekend. My parents, my mom, my dad, like my dad might go to dialysis, and my mom wakes up and starts like, you know, walking around the house doing shit, and she always brews him a pot of coffee. Like she knows he likes coffee, so she'll brew coffee. She likes coffee too, like, but before he gets home, she always makes sure to come over and make a pot. So when he gets home, he's got a pot of coffee to drink. So on the weekends when I'm down there, I start dipping in the pot too. Like we're all just sitting around in the morning, like usually I'm hungover or something, but I'm like enjoying the coffee, like, you know, throwing some sugar and some cream in there. A couple of times they didn't have that, so I just went straight up. And yeah, so I have been regularly consuming coffee. Your question was, do I make pots? I think my coffee pot is like under the counter there in a cabinet. But like thinking about it, I should break it out, because like all the times I've gone to work, like I like physical jobs, so I'm always doing whatever, you know, physical work. And when you do have coffee, like it's almost like it makes you feel easy, like you're adding something human to the work. And and it also kind of, you know, gives you that little bit of pep. So it's like, you know, I'm gonna do this work, and it, you know, coffee makes it better, makes the medicine go down. You know, like it's just a little bit better. Just eases your day a little bit, knowing you got like a little something to partake in.
Right on.
True,
I almost had that same vibe where it's not alcohol, but it's like it's that drink that everybody's craving, you know?
Yeah.
Or it's that drink that, you know, everybody's, you know, they want that last cup, or but I went to my uncle. He's my uncle. I found out then at the actual where we went to his house. I always thought it was my cousin, but he's actually my uncle. And he had got his master's.
Who's that?
Was it his bachelor's?
Who's that?
He graduated.
Who are you talking about?
His name's Alex Soto.
Soto?
Yeah.
He T.O.?
Yeah. It's my great grandma's brother's grandson.
Got his master's in what?
I think it was his bachelor's, because now he's getting his master's.
Oh, I see. What a badass.
But he's a librarian.
No shit.
Yeah.
Where?
At ASU.
Oh, no shit. Damn, they
Yeah.
got some nice ass libraries up there. Museums
Well,
too.
no, they got. I like their. We went up there to go look at their music. We went to a piano recital, and
Oh, cool.
man, they got some cool stuff there. But anyways, I'm getting off track.
Yeah, he's getting his bachelor's or.
Yeah, after the graduation, they had the party,
Uh-huh.
and they had the food, and they were serving coffee, and it was kind of getting at that point where everybody was done, and it was like dessert time,
Uh-huh.
and the coffee's still going. Coffee's like I'll take a cup, and like, they're making more, and it's just like they're passing it around, and it's just
like everybody got drunk on coffee.
It felt like that because kind of at the end when and that's kind of the thing now with like when you're at that point where you don't want to make a full pot because it'll go to waste because no one's gonna drink it.
Yeah.
But it's like this is the end of the coffee, so it's like we're not making any more after this, so it's kind of like.
Oh, the party's over.
Who wants it? Who wants it?
Yeah.
And it's like that. Like it's kind of like it's almost like an honor to get the last. Oh yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So it's just sort of like, I mean, it wasn't. I've never had that where at the booze where everybody's like trying to get the last of the booze. It's just kind of like it's gone,
Yeah.
But like
the
coffee was sort of like hey, I'll take that last cup. And it was different, but
yeah.
I kind of sounded like what you were talking about. But yeah, no, I remember too, like, I was in this class when I moved back to Tucson, and I was taking classes at U of A. I was taking this class that was like, it was a split with undergraduate and graduate. So there was like the young ones, and then the ones that were like doing their masters and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And there was this cool chick, but she was smart, and I mean she was just cool, but I mean to me I was like, I felt like, hey, I'm just getting started, like you're already on your like third lap, so I didn't want to say I felt like underestimated, but it was just.
I'm trying to think of the word.
It was just.
Were you intimidated? Is that the word you were looking for?
Yeah, maybe.
Well, it's kind of rare to come across that in life, and it's probably why you felt that way. It was like, somebody's up there like I am.
Yeah,
like you're a badass yourself, you know that.
Way up there. Yeah. Well, anywho, it was like, coffee was like, hey, you want to get coffee? It was just kind of, it leveled things out, and it was again that common, I'll have what she's having, or I'll have what they're having type. It'll ease off the I don't know why I say tension, but it was just sort of like, I think for me it was more like, oh cool, I'm getting coffee, with this pretty cool lady, and I'm the man,
Nice. Yeah, that's the whole time we're talking about this, like the time you were saying where they kept making pots, I was like, man, I have a lot of like family get-togethers, and like it's kind of awkward because like me, I'm open with my drinking, like especially if I'm having like a a cookout, like if I know there's gonna be like food and cooking out, I like to have beers. So like I'll go out there and I'll drink my beers openly, like, and it's awkward because my family that usually shows up, they're all a bunch of boozers or ex-boozers or whatever. Like everybody has some kind of connection to booze, and like they either can handle it or can't handle it, or, you know, more or less it's like fuck it, it's been destructive, and we all are familiar with it, and we all have like this bad past with it. So it's kind of like, oh, like it's kind of awkward and hush hush at the party. You know, these family get-togethers, they're awkward and kind of weird, and like I'll offer beers. You know, I'm always like, hey, you want a beer? And there's like, if somebody takes it, like everybody kind of gives them a look. You know, and they're like, oh, like yeah, I'm gonna have a beer, and then they drink it, and that's it. You know, there's no, oh, I'll have another beer. Yeah, we're cooking out, having a good time. And while we're talking about this, I was like, man, like there's always like the drinkers and the non-drinkers, and we're all like apart. Like it's like taking sides, and it gets really awkward. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I know you know. I know you gotta know what I'm saying. You're preaching to the choir.
I fucking have to uphold that shit sometimes.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, like you gotta play with the rules or whatever. But like lately, I've been kind of pushing it to where it's like, man, like if I want to have some beers, like I really do enjoy cooking and having a beer. Like, get a nice little buzz going and just kind of like, you know, smelling like smoke and just spending time with people. Like it's like, it's nice, it's relaxing. And I was just thinking, like, man, like a really good way to bridge that gap will be if we were drinking coffee instead, because I bet out of everybody there, we're all coffee drinkers. You know?
Yeah. Nah, you're...
And there's no shame with drinking a cup of coffee.
Oh.
So I feel like you just, like the story you told of having the get-together where there was pots of coffee being made, and they just kept making them. That sounds to me like the recipe for our next family get-together, like the way to make it good. Like we always like make so many drinks, you know, like we'll make a big, we'll make like a jar of tea, couple jars of tea, like fill a 5-gallon thing of lemonade, and when all that shit's gone, it's kind of over. But some of our best family get-togethers where we just kind of, all right, the party's over, but then we all, you know, some people just kind of stuck around, and we just kept chilling. Now, granted, there were times where that happened with alcohol, but what I'm saying is we're all older now. We're all like, you know, have bad memories, whatever. Like, I think a bridge to that would be brewing up some coffee. Maybe these parties would go on a little bit longer, and, you know, even by comparison, easier and nicer. People will drive home not intoxicated, but maybe wired up on some coffee. That might be the key right there. Like, I would like to try that as an experiment the next time. 'Cause maybe if we kept the drinks coming instead of saying, all right, we're gonna make two jugs of tea. Maybe we just kept making tea. I wonder if the parties would just keep going, as long as, you know, then at some point we'll all need to go home and just take a big fat piss, you know, like because we're on full on coffee. But that's not the point. The point I was getting at was maybe coffee, whatever, would be a way to get the party to kind of become cohesive a little more cohesive, if we included everybody on the consumption of coffee instead of brew. I guess you could still call coffee brew, which is brew it up.
No, I remember this quote. It's like, some people drink tea, others drink coffee. I mean, I don't. It's just, but you're hitting on a lot of cool things. But check this out. So last night, we have this thing. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if you have it in your house with your family, but
What's up?
you know, sometimes we have breakfast at night. Like we'll have a like what you would eat at breakfast and identify as breakfast food.
Yeah.
We'll cook it up at like for dinner. That's always been a thing for us. I mean, I don't know if that's weird, but we call it breakfast for dinner.
I've done it like chilling with Nash. Yo, like the homies.
Yeah.
We'll all be hanging out. We'll have breakfast and it's fucking delicious. You know, like some fucking.
Was that at nighttime though?
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like breakfast, any meal of the day. And it was always good. Like, we'd all be hanging out. We'd all be burned out. And, like, hungry, but not really doing anything. And then Nash would hop up and whip up some eggs. And whatever else, you know, some hash browns. Maybe some bacon. And we'd all be chilling. And, like, I think there wasn't that much alcohol. But I feel like we were also feeding, like, a hangover.
Uh-huh.
But, anyway, what I'm getting at is... you know, anytime you throw in some eggs, some breakfast food, any time of the day, it's kind of like that's a game changer. It's a mood. I don't know. It was a booster.
Huh.
And I always felt good at Nash's house when he would like whip up some eggs, and we'd all just sit around in his room or on his mattress, just like eating eggs, eating breakfast. You know, evening, sun going down. It was always good. And yeah. So yeah, I'm just jumping on what you're saying.
Yeah. So we did that last night.
Oh, you did?
My bro, well, he whipped up some pancakes and some potatoes and sausage.
Hell yeah.
And coffee.
Okay.
You know, it's like, and you know, he was more like, there has to be coffee.
Might as well, man. Do the whole 9 yards. Do it right.
Yeah, no, it's like a.
So how'd it go?
It was good. I mean, like I said, you said like it's a game changer, but you know that's always been something we did like.
That's cool. That's
in
cool.
our family. So.
Did you guys do that pretty regular, or was it just kind of spontaneous? Like, hey, let's cook it up. Whip up some eggs.
It's spontaneous, but it's almost. I don't want to say like we do it every week, but it's like. I mean, at least maybe every other month.
Yeah. That's a meal I could look forward to for sure.
Yeah, but like. You know, sometimes I'll cook breakfast late and won't eat it till like 11 or 12.
Just picking at it. All cold.
But yeah, no. I stopped drinking coffee. Well, like I still drink coffee with. Like when I go out and get it somewhere, I'll do it sometimes with creamer, but it's been like almost a couple of years, and now I go just black and some sugar, you know. And that's good for me. But yeah, I remember when I like first started to drink coffee, to actually like take it somewhere with you, you know, like
yeah.
That's the thing with like coffee drinkers, like you gotta have your
I was just thinking that your little canister, your thermos.
You gotta have your thing that holds it.
I was just thinking, man, this is making me want to break out the coffee maker, but I'm gonna need to find a thermos so I can take it with me to work.
Yeah, well, I think that was the thing. Was at the time where I was like, man, I want to take some coffee with me.
Yeah.
And you know, I didn't have a thermos. I was just trying to use a fucking thirst buster before there were the styrofoam, the plastic ones, and
Yeah.
and I would always spill it and shit. And,
Oh yeah.
but
Yeah, because it's all top heavy, right? They're all big on top.
yeah, and you know we drive in the fucking dirt roads and
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
But yeah, then I remember my bro and his lady bought me like actual coffee.
Oh, a real deal, the real deal.
Yeah.
So you ain't spilling shit left and right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's kind of you gotta have the right equipment.
Yeah. What'd they get you?
It was like a U of A.
Oh hell thermos. Yeah. No, that's cool.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess that's like I might as well take it.
Oh yeah.
But now it's kind of funny because we have a coffee machine at our office, but it's like there's no sugar.
Yeah. Ham, no burger.
Yeah, no. It's like if you really need to make it, and that's usually like when they're having trainings or
yeah, you need a boost.
You're doing some kind of boring thing and you're falling asleep.
Not enough.
I'll make coffee, but there's no sugar in our office, and I ain't trying to buy no sugar or bring it in. But there is cake decorations, like sprinkles and
oh hell,
diamonds, and I mean just shit you put on cake after you put on the frosting.
Are you saying you guys are sweetening your coffee with them? With
yeah,
sprinkles?
I mean, I'm trying to get some little sweetness in that coffee.
Yeah, a little touch.
But I mean, that's how raw I'll get with that coffee. You know, like you can get
sounds cutthroat.
Fancy coffee at a Starbucks, but you know, sometimes you gotta do with what you gotta do with, and
yeah,
in the trenches of the office, you know.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, man.
Like, there's no sugar. I'll just use this Christmas ornament.
Yeah,
you know, what they made Christmas cookies. So
just dip it a little bit. I'm just gonna crush up a cookie in my coffee.
Yeah. You ever had those? Is it biscotti? It's like a.
Is that Pepperidge Farms cookies? Is that what you're talking about?
I don't know.
It's like a butter cookie.
It's like
for dipping and shit.
It's like a hard ass cookie you eat with coffee.
Yeah. I think I've had those a couple times.
I remember when I first had the cookie and I didn't know you needed the coffee with it, and I tried to like bite it. And it's like, this is.
Man, fuck this cookie.
Fuck this cookie.
Shittiest cookie I ever had. Dry as fuck.
and then they told me you need coffee with it. And I'm like, why? And
why, man?
Yeah, I didn't get it till way later. But yeah, those are alright.
Biscotti, huh?
Biscotti.
Sounds like people saying biscotti.
But I guess what is the best? I guess what is your favorite coffee combo? Like, what do you?
All right, so my parents keep cookies lately, and I think it's for all the grandkids that we bring around. But like, I'll fucking dip any kind of cookie in some milk or some coffee. Like, that would be like a fun thing to do. I get like a nice stack of cookies, and I'll drink my hot ass coffee, and I'll just be dipping and eating. So like, shit, I have no preference because I'll fuck up some cookies with that. Like, it always felt good. Like I don't know. Even when I was a kid, I just go and sit down with 5 or 6 cookies stacked up and just dip in them. And then the coffee would be all like sour compared to the cookie, but I'd still drink that too. Kind of makes me feel childish. I still do that shit. If they got, I'll go get. You'll catch me with my hand in the cookie jar. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be tearing up some cookies with my coffee, for sure. I think pecan sandies are always good, man. Like,
oh damn.
That's kind of like a butter cookie right there. Anyway,
I don't think I ever had it with that, but
shit, man. I'm used to those like black and white, the chocolate and the cream cookies that are like they're like Oreos. They have like a little cream in the middle.
Yeah.
Like the fucking store brand ass shit.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying.
Oh man. Yeah, no, there used to be this one coffee spot in downtown. I know they closed. No, they didn't close it. They moved it. It's called the Chocolate Iguana. You ever been there?
I've heard it and seen it. I don't think I've ever actually stopped there. I was too hip for that shit. What an iguana? Fuck that shit. An iguana? Fuck that shit.
I mean, I don't remember their coffee, but I just remember their store. They have like a lot of candy. It was just a cool store, but
did they have the setup like the Cracker Barrel? Where there's like a restaurant and a shop. I feel like that's what the Chocolate Iguana was.
It wasn't
like a restaurant / store.
Like
a gift shop.
I wasn't really like that though. I don't really care for Cracker Barrel.
Whoa!
I mean,
whoa!
Is it a store or is it a restaurant?
It's a restaurant for sure. Whoa! You start talking about my fucking those like the little sausage patty. I always get biscuits and gravy. Don't say no to me on that. You don't care. You don't care for it because
I haven't even been there enough times to like say I know the menu like how you do.
Whoa!
Whoa! But yeah.
What do you know, Sky? What do you know?
I didn't feel
like it was country.
It's Cracker Barrel. But no, I mean, maybe because it was. I remember we used to eat at all the places when we would go to. I used to work for the Nation, and coming back home was like, "Where do you want to eat?" Like pick a place, and and one of the ladies suggested Cracker Barrel, and I didn't object on anything. I went with it because pretty sure they had something good there, but I mean, I don't even remember what I ordered, but it was just.
I did a country fried steak.
I didn't remember. It wasn't memorable. Like
IHOP.
I go to IHOP. I had a lot of good times at IHOP.
IHOP gets your gonads going.
I mean, maybe it's. I don't know. What makes a good restaurant?
Fuck. Lately I've been in the. I was about to say atmosphere, but then lately at the Cracker Barrel, they're so fucking busy that it's always like loud and fucking pushy and like quick, get them in, get them out now. So it's not exactly what I would call what makes a good restaurant. They just have good ass food. So, I mean, I think number one on any restaurant is a good ass food.
Yeah.
It better taste fucking good. Anything beyond that? What do you think?
You have a good time there, I guess. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a place where the food wasn't that great, but
It was still fun.
You kept going because it was.
You kept going back.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess you can. I mean, I think it all depends on the service, but like, you can go to your one of your favorite spots, and on that particular day, you'll have shitty service, and then you won't want to go back there. So I think the whole restaurant experience has changed. You know, it's not just, you can't really go sit down anymore.
Yeah,
I almost forgot what restaurants I like and might want to sit in. Or what restaurants do I look forward to going to sit in?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I guess because you kind of know what you're gonna get, you know.
Yeah. Well, that was my question before. Like, what do you get there? Like, what is it about IHOP that makes like for example, I've been there a bunch of times after boozing all night, and it was fucking delicious, like good booze food. But what is it that rings your bell over there? What is it that gets you going? Why IHOP?
You know, maybe it is because of like the good experience, and then kind of just always upholding them to that standard. But I mean, not being all boozed out, but like after shows.
Yeah, well, late night.
Back in the day, you would go to either IHOP because it's open 24 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
Breakfast anytime. I mean, that's back to the breakfast thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of. I mean, maybe that's what it is. It's like,
so there's a pattern here.
But I don't get breakfast all the time there. But it's like almost like if breakfast is option, then it's a good spot. But I don't know, maybe it's the lighting or something, because it's like, I mean, I've been to IHOPs in Mesa and Tempe, and then IHOPs in Tucson. There's all kind of that lit. I don't know, maybe the colors. I really can't say.
What?
But I can't really think of a bad experience there.
Really? I guess I can't either. I was thinking about Jerry Bob's for breakfast. Yeah.
Oh man, that's like Cracker Barrel. I mean,
whoa, man! You're just shitting on everything, bro. Whoa! You need to slow your roll, sir.
That was like one of the longest conversations I had with my mom. Was like, should we eat over there? And I'm like, I don't know.
Oh man. Oh,
I don't know. What? It's not inviting.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like it's just like some random store out of nowhere, but why they got food there in this weird place?
So it's a visual for you? Like you're sitting in the parking lot looking at their glass front doors and you're like, man, fuck that place. I'm not going to eat there.
I don't think they put any thought into their design.
Alright, so the design turns you off from food.
Maybe. I mean, I'm trying to think of a horrible design. And it's like...
Just a glass front. And it says Jerry Bob's.
I don't know. I can't... Maybe I need to... I mean, I haven't even tried it. I'm talking shit about it. But it's just... I don't think I'll ever try it. But...
Whoa.
I don't know, man. What do you recommend there? That so.
Oh, dude, man. For breakfast, I always love me some country fried steak with some hash browns and some eggs. And if I'm feeling frisky, I'll even throw in an order of fucking biscuits and gravy, like a little side. Biscuit, I guess.
Yeah.
Gotta love that gravy. That's how I got this big. Is biscuits and gravy right there.
What are your favorite? Is that your favorite at Cracker Barrel?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Their gravy's fucking delicious there. So that if I were at IHOP, I usually try to get their any one of their fucking omelets.
Hmm.
But I always try to get some fucking meat in there. Like I'm a fucking meat eater, like a motherfucker. I love some meat with like every meal. Like I usually center my meal around the meat or the bread.